Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we're here for another program of Kids Time, and I hope the viewers all over the world are enjoying our programs and are joining in with us as well.
आज जो है वो हम आर्टिकल्स ऑफ ईमान पढ़ेंगे. कितने आर्टिकल्स हैं फरीद?
6.
कौन कौन से? ईशा?
Believe in Allah.
जी. बरीना?
Believe in the angels of Allah.
जी. और हसान?
Believe in the books of Allah.
जी. और दबीर?
Believe in the prophets of Allah.
जी. और आगे दे माइक
Amtul?
अमतुल को.
Believe in the last day.
जी. और लास्ट
The beer?
Believe in the declaration of Allah.
In the decree of Allah. Good.
The decree of Allah.
So as the children said, the 6 articles of faith, so these are the 6 things that all Muslims believe in. They are the belief in Allah, that is that Allah is one God, belief in the angels of Allah, belief in all the books of Allah, the belief in the prophets of Allah, belief in the last day, and belief in the decree of Allah. So those are the 6 articles of faith that we are going to discuss today. Before we start that, we're going to do a little prayer. What is the prayer that we say before we start reading our Quran, before we start doing tilawat or reading the Quran? Fareed? Before we start reading the Quran.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
And who can tell me what it means?
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the accursed.
Yeah, what does that mean? What are you saying? I'm seeking refuge with Allah from Satan. Yes, Parina.
सेन उतु इस मैं अल्लाह ताला की पनाह मांगती हूँ धुतकारे हुए शैतान से और अल्लाह ताला के नाम जो बिन मांगे देने वाला और बार बार रहम करने वाला है.
Yeah. Who can tell me what it means when you're saying I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the accursed? Yes, Isha.
I think it means that you're not going into, you're seeking refuge with Allah. I think it means that you're doing something good with Allah and not going towards Satan's path.
You're seeking Allah's protection. Okay. In one of the earlier classes, I think we talked about a big umbrella. You remember? So a big umbrella shields us from the rain. And so that's what we're asking Allah to do. Shield us from Satan the accursed. Because we don't want to go down the route that Satan is trying to take us to. We're trying to listen to Allah and do what Allah tells us to do.
जी. शैतान क्या करता है? सजीला?
He does all the bad things.
जी. जब भी आप कुछ भी नॉटी थिंग्स करने जा रहे होते हो तो वो कौन आपको कहता है करने के लिए? शैतान कहता है ना. तो इसीलिए आपको कहते हैं कि आप कोई भी काम शुरू करने से पहले जो है वो बिस्मिल्लाह ज़रूर पढ़ा करें. ठीक है? ताकि अल्लाह मियाँ जो है वो आपकी हिफाजत करे और आपको शैतान की बातों में ना लेके आए.
And one thing about being a Muslim, one thing about Islam is that we remember Allah at all times. So when we are happy, when we are doing something good, but also when we're about to do something bad, or if we are getting angry about something, that we remind ourselves what is the correct thing to do. But sometimes when you're feeling very, very, very angry, you can't think about what the correct thing to do. But if somebody else reminds you by saying, remember, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, you suddenly remember, I'm not meant to be doing the bad things that shaitan is trying to make me do. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, go away to shaitan, I'm not going to listen to you, and I'm going to listen to Allah instead. The reason we know about the articles of faith is that there is a hadith about it. So before we start the hadith, who can do the durood for us? Yes, your hand went up first. Fareed?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima innaka Hamidum Majid.
Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahima wa ala ali Ibrahima innaka Hamidum Majid.
And so who's going to read the hadith for us? Yes, Sajila.
Al-imanu an tu'mina billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rasulihi wal yawmil akhiri wa tu'mina bil qadri khairihi sharri.
And who's going to tell us the translation in English? Yes, Barira.
The requirements of Iman, faith, are that you should believe in Allah and in His angels and in His books and in holy prophets and in the last day, and that you should believe in Allah's determination of good or evil, decree of Allah.
So this is a hadith of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he's teaching us the requirements of Iman or faith. What is faith? Dabir.
Something that you believe in.
Yeah, so these are the things that we believe in. So let's go to the first belief, the belief in Allah. Okay, so if somebody came to you and said, I can't see Allah, I don't think there is an Allah, I can't see him, how would you respond?
Sajila.
That Allah is everywhere and He is with us.
And how would you try and convince somebody that said, well, I can't see Allah, why should I believe in something I can't see? Isha?
You could say that even though Allah, you can't see him, he is everywhere, but he's not like a human being. He's like a supreme being, so you can't see him.
And even though we can't see Allah, we can see the things that Allah has created.
जब भी हम दुआ करते हैं और वो हमारी दुआ सुनता है, तो उससे भी तो हमें पता चलता है ना कि अल्लाह मियाँ है ना? जब भी हमें किसी चीज़ की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, हम अल्लाह मियाँ से दुआ करते हैं और अल्लाह मियाँ हमारी दुआएं सुनता है, इसलिए हम ये यकीन करते हैं कि अल्लाह मियाँ है और ये सारी कायनात जो है वो अल्लाह मियाँ ने बनाई है ना? हमें मुश्किलों से निकालता है। जब भी हम पे कोई मुश्किल आती है, हम अल्लाह ताला से रहम मांगते हैं, उसका फ़ज़ल मांगते हैं और वो हमारी दुआ सुनता है। तो क्या ये बात हमारे लिए काफ़ी नहीं है यकीन करने के लिए कि अल्लाह ताला है ना? और जैसे आप ये भी एग्ज़ाम्पल दे सकते हो कि जैसे फूलों की जो है आप खुशबू देख सकते हो, आप नहीं देख सकते ना, आप सिर्फ उसको फ़ील कर सकते हो। जैसे आपको पेन होती है, आप किसी को अपनी पेन दिखा सकते हो और ना ही किसी की पेन देख सकते हो। ऐसे ही आप आवाज़ को जो है आप सुन तो सकते हो, लेकिन क्या आप उसको देख सकते हो? ऐसी छोटी छोटी एग्जांपल्स हैं, वो उनसे हम दूसरे को ये बता सकते हैं कि अल्लाह ताला है और हम उसको महसूस कर सकते हैं।
So we might not be able to see Allah, but we can see what things He's created and what things He has done for us. So that's why we can use that as examples of why we believe in Allah. Okay. Yes, Bria.
There's another example. Some people haven't seen other countries, but they still believe that there's such country as that. Like, I haven't gone to America. I still believe that there's a country called America.
Yeah, exactly.
So
we don't see the wind, but we can feel the effects of the wind on us. In the same way, we can't see Allah, but we feel the effects of Allah. So, how do we establish a relationship with Allah? What do we have to do? Fareed.
Pray.
We pray to Allah, and by obeying Allah. That's what the word Islam means. That's what being Muslim means. It means obeying, submission, means to the will of Allah, to doing whatever Allah has asked us to do.
जी, अल्लाह ताला की जो है वो इबादत करते रहें, अल्लाह ताला के साथ हम अपना जो है वो एक रिश्ता कायम रखें, उसके साथ बात करें हर मुश्किल में, हर खुशी में। तो इस तरह हम अल्लाह ताला के साथ जो है वो अपना ताल्लुक़ कायम कर सकते हैं। अल्लाह मियाँ बातें करता है लोगों के साथ, कभी सुने? फरीद?
जब आप सो रहे होते हैं।
Yeah, that's right. Some people, get dreams, and that is Allah speaking to them. And also Allah responds to what we're asking Him. That's Allah's way of communicating with us. So we might pray for something that we want, and Allah giving that to us means that He is communicating with us.
जी, जैसे कि शाहजेबा जी ने बताया कि जब हम अल्लाह मियाँ से दुआ मांगते हैं और अल्लाह मियाँ हमारी दुआएं सुनता है, तो इसका मतलब है ना कि अल्लाह मियाँ लोगों की बात सुनता है ना, उनसे बात करता है। अल्लाह मियाँ कहाँ पे है?
Where is Allah?
अब्दुल?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Good.
जी, अल्लाह ताला जो है वो हर तरफ है। और हमें किस ज़ुबान में अल्लाह ताला से बात करनी चाहिए?
What language? How do we speak to Allah? Isha,
Can you speak in our own language?
you speak in your own language, yeah. So when you're doing the formal salat, when you're doing the formal prayer, you say the words in Arabic, as we've been taught to do, but you can speak to Allah in any language, in your own language, whatever you feel most comfortable in.
जी, अल्लाह ताला जो है वो एक है, उसका कोई जो है उसके माँ बाप नहीं हैं, उसकी कोई औलाद नहीं है, उसकी कोई बीवी नहीं है, हम सब हैं उसके, हम सबको वो प्यार करता है। हमारे पे कोई भी मुश्किल आती है वो उन मुश्किलात को दूर करता है। जब हम उनसे दुआ करते हैं वो हम पे रहम करता है ना। जो हमारे पास सब कुछ है वो किसने दिया है हमें?
अल्लाह मियाँ ने।
अल्लाह मियाँ ने। और ये सारी कायनात जो इतनी प्यारी हमारे लिए बनाई है वो भी अल्लाह ताला ने हमारे लिए बनाई है ना, है ना। आप बाहर जाते हो, आप अच्छे अच्छे मंज़र देखते हो, अच्छी अच्छी सीनरीज देखते हो, आपको अल्लाह मियाँ ने अच्छी अच्छी खाने के लिए चीज़ें दी हैं, है ना। जब आप मज़े ले ले के खाते हो तो वो सब हमें अल्लाह मियाँ ने दिया है, इसीलिए हम अल्लाह ताला पे यकीन रखते हैं ना।
Okay, so who can tell me what an angel is? Has anyone seen an angel to be able to tell me what they look like? No? Okay, so what do you think an angel looks like then? Yes, Bria.
Well, no one even knows how angels look like, because some people have seen angels, but the angels they turn into another form, they transform into a human, or sometimes I heard a story one angel turned into a dove.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So angels are spiritual beings and created by Allah. There are lots of angels and they have specific duties that Allah has given them to do, and they're sent by Allah to help his prophets and followers. So angels are those kind of spiritual beings that cannot do anything except what Allah has told them to do.
Jisha?
Angels aren't attracted to evil because they were made for Allah, and whatever Allah tells them to do, they're going to do that thing.
Yeah, that's right.
जी, आप कितने एंजल्स के नाम आपको आते हैं? किस किस को आते हैं? फरीद?
हज़रत जिब्राइल।
जी। मुदब्बिर?
इस्राएल।
जी। और?
Israfil.
इसराफील। ओके, एक और है।
Isha?
ईशा।
Raphael.
Raphael.
जी। अच्छा, हमें इबादत करनी चाहिए?
Do we worship angels? No. Why? Yes, Bria.
Because we worship God, we
We
can't
worship
worship
Allah.
two things.
We're not going to worship something that has been created. We worship the Creator, don't we? So Allah is the Creator. He has created everything, and we worship Allah only. The angels are there to help Allah, and they do what Allah has asked them to do.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन।
Okay, so yes, Bria.
I've got a question. You know, Muslims aren't allowed to draw Allah or the Holy Prophet. Are we allowed to draw angels?
Well, we don't know what angels look like, do we? So how would you know what to draw?
You know, like some people just draw some flying things with wings.
With wings.
And
But that's not a Muslim concept of what an angel looks like, because we don't know what an angel looks like. It's not really even a Christian concept of what an angel looks like, but it's what people have decided, because people, like, when they're imagining things, they imagine things that look like themselves. But because angels, they think, well, angels can't really look like humans as such, so they add wings to them. Okay? But it doesn't really make sense. So we don't know what angels look like, therefore there's nothing really to draw. Okay?
जी।
All right. So Allah has sent us something very special to read, like a big long letter, so that we can read it and understand it. What's that? Amthal.
The Holy Quran.
The Holy Quran, yeah. And that's one of the books of Allah. And so what we've said is we believe in all the books of Allah. So do you know about any other books of Allah apart from the Holy Quran that Amdullah said about? Isha or Hassan?
The Torah.
The Torah, good. And who was the Torah given to? Which prophet of Allah? Yes, Hassan.
Hazrat Musa.
Hazrat Musa or Hazrat Moses alayhi salam. Okay, and what other books are there of Allah?
Barira.
The Bible, and I think it was given to Hazrat Isa alayhi
Yeah,
salam.
so it's called the New Testament or the Injil. Okay. So the Bible is referred to as a compilation of books, and the New Testament is part of that. It's a compilation of all of them. And in Arabic, the actual book that was revealed to Prophet Jesus alayhi salam is known as the Injil. Okay, and then the Psalms or Zabur was given to Prophet Dawood alayhi salam, or Prophet David alayhi salam. And as Amtul said, we all know about the Holy Quran. And the reason that the Holy Quran was revealed as the last is because it's the perfect book. We've all read that in the first few verses of the Holy Quran. This is the perfect book. Allah saying that this has got everything in it. So once you've read this, and you don't need to, it includes all the other books that Allah has given.
जी और कितना अरसा लगा था इसको कंप्लीट होने में?
How many years?
23 years.
23, good. All right. So why is the Quran important then? I've just given you something about it. Why is the Quran important? Why is it important that we read the Quran? Yes, Dabir.
It's the book of Allah.
It's the book of Allah. And as I said before, it's like a letter, isn't it? So Allah has written us a letter giving us all the important things that we should do, that we shouldn't do. It gives us history. It tells us lots and lots and lots of important things, and that's why it's very, very important that we read it. Why is it important that we read it in Arabic? Why can we not just read it in English? If we don't understand the Arabic, what's the important thing about reading it in the Arabic as well? Abira?
Because that's what Prophet Muhammad did. And also, if we read Arabic, like 2 or 3 times, and we read the English translation or Urdu, we would start to understand it. So there is a point of reading the Arabic.
Well, the reason we read it in Arabic is because Allah had revealed it to the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Arabic. So that's why we read the Arabic. We can also read the English of it, and we must read the English or any other translation that we understand, any other language, so that we understand fully what it says. But if we can, it's best to learn Arabic itself so that we can understand it directly.
कुरान मजीद में जो उसके मेन फीचर्स हैं, कुछ कुरान मजीद हमें हिदायत देता है, हमें सिखाता है कि हमें अपनी ज़िंदगी जो है वो कैसे गुजारनी चाहिए, और कुरान के एक एक लफ्ज़ को पढ़ने में नेकी भी है, ठीक है, उसका सवाब भी है. और कुरान मजीद हमें क्या बातें सिखाता है, कौन बताएगा? जी बरीरा.
It guides us on the right path.
कुरान मजीद जो है वो हमें ये भी सिखाता है ना, लाइक जस्टिस क्या है ना, सवाब क्या है, गुनाह क्या है ना, सारी अच्छी बात क्या है, बुरी बात क्या है, हमें दूसरों पे रहम करना चाहिए, है ना, हमारी जो भी ज़िंदगी के सारा दिन के मामलात हैं, हमें दूसरों के साथ कैसा बिहेवियर रखना चाहिए, जो हमारे से गरीब है उसके साथ हमें क्या सलूक करना चाहिए, है ना, अपने हमसायों के साथ, हर ज़िंदगी के हर मामले के बारे में हमें कहाँ से जो है वो हिदायत मिलती है? कुरान से, है ना. कुरान मजीद जो है वो हमें हर बात सिखाता है.
Allah's given us this amazing book that teaches us everything we need to know about how to behave, how to act, how to do good things, how to avoid doing bad things, how we should live our life. It's a complete guide to how we should live our life, and that's why it's so important that we read a portion of the Quran, and we do our tilawat at least once a day, if not more, but at least once a day. And the best time to do your tilawat, very, very, very early in the morning. So it's really nice if the children sitting here and the viewers all over the world make a point to try and reading their tilawat every day, and specifically if they can in the morning before they go to school or get on with the rest of their day. And it's a nice start to the day to read some of Allah's words before you get on with the rest of your day.
When I first completed the Quran, Holy Quran, I brought it into school.
Did you? Good. That's really nice. So that other people can get to see, other people that are not Muslim can get to see what the Quran is and what we are following and what we believe in. Yes, Sajila.
Like the first time you finish the Quran, there's like a celebration.
Yeah, you can have a celebration.
Yeah, but why do we do that?
Well, it's because it's not that easy as a child. It's not that easy to finish the Quran and learn a whole new language and learn how to read. So it's just to make it nice so that you've got something to look forward to at the end of reading. But the end of reading the Quran for the first time doesn't mean that that's it, you're done. You read it again and again, but it's nice to have that little celebration at the end of the first time.
जी, और जब आप स्कूल जाते हैं सुबह सुबह पढ़ के, तो फिर इस तरह आप दूसरे बच्चों को भी बताते हैं और दूसरे बच्चों को भी जो है वो आपसे सीखने को मिलता है कि आज आपने, क्योंकि कुरान आपको सारी अच्छी बातें सिखाता है ना, तो जब वो अच्छी बातें आप घर से पढ़ के जाते हैं तो आप दूसरों को भी उसके बारे में बताते हैं कि आज हमने ये अच्छी बात पढ़ी है.
Yes, Peter.
I got told that in the morning, if you read the 17 verses of Surah Baqarah, you'd get more blessings, and throughout the day, like, it would be more better than a normal day. And what I do is I read the Surah Baqarah ayats in the morning, and when I come back from home or when I get time in the afternoon, I read from where I am.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing things. And other people read the chapter of Surah Yasin in the morning, and there are different things that can be read at different times. But it's very important. So the most important is that you're reading a portion of the Quran every single day.
जी, और कोई किताब है जो अपनी असली हालत में मौजूद है? आपने सुना है?
So we've mentioned some of the other books of Allah, but apart from the Quran, is there any book of Allah that's remained exactly the same to how it was revealed? Yes, Bira.
Quran?
Yeah, the Quran is the only one. And the reason for that is that Allah has himself said in the Quran that verily I have made this Quran for you and I will be the protector of it. So Allah has made a promise, as it were, that this Quran cannot be changed. It can't be changed in any other way. Things can't be taken out of it or put into it like was done with the other books. Remember before we had a little Chinese whispers we talked about, didn't we? And that's why the other books of Allah were changed, because they were told, somebody might have told somebody else and they might have changed it a little bit or made a mistake in it, and that person told somebody else and again another mistake was made, and that's why those books were changed. But Allah has said that the Quran can never be changed.
जी, पैगंबर कौन होते हैं? सुना आपने? Prophets.
What's a prophet of Allah?
Isha.
It's somebody who's been sent by Allah to give the correct teachings to the people.
Yeah. So prophets are giving the most important message, which is from Allah to all the people.
अच्छा, आपने कभी सुना है रसूल और कभी आपने सुना है नबी? रसूल कौन होता है? उसका मतलब होता है जो पैगाम लेकर आया है, जो मैसेंजर है, और जो नबी है वो जिसको अल्लाह ताला जो है पैगाम देता है, ठीक है, जो अल्लाह ताला से पैगाम रिसीव करता है. बोथ वर्ड्स जो हैं वो यूज़ होते हैं प्रॉफिट के लिए ही, ठीक है, लेकिन उससे बच्चे कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि प्रॉफिट कौन है. कभी नबी का वर्ड, कभी रसूल का वर्ड आता है, तो वो दोनों जो है वो अल्लाह ताला का पैगाम लेकर ही आते हैं या अल्लाह ताला से पैगाम लेते हैं.
The prophets are the best of people. Yeah. So, and they're chosen from among people, aren't they? And the reason they're chosen from among human beings is because then we can look to their example to see how to behave and what things to do and what things not to do. And they lead people to Allah by giving the message to them. And they're the most truthful people.
जी, वो अपनी लाइफ ऐसे गुजारते हैं कि वो हमारे लिए एक एग्जाम्पल होती है कि उनके दिल जो है वो प्यार से, मोहब्बत से भरे होते हैं, वो अच्छे अच्छे काम करते हैं, अपनी लाइफ इस तरह गुजारते हैं कि हम भी उनको देख के अपनी जो भी बुराइयां हैं, जो भी है, उनको ख़त्म कर सकते हैं, उनसे सीख सकते हैं. उनकी जो क्वालिटीज़ हैं वो यही हैं कि वो सबके साथ जो है वो प्यार मोहब्बत से रहते हैं, ठीक है, अल्लाह ताला का हुक्म मानते हैं, अल्लाह ताला की बताई हुई ज़िंदगी पर अमल करके उन्होंने अपनी ज़िंदगियाँ गुजारी होती हैं।
Who is the best of prophets, the chief of prophets, the most important prophet? Amdal.
Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Good.
अच्छा, ख़ातमुन नबीन कौन था? कौन है?
What does Khatamun Nabiyyin mean, or who is Khatamun Nabiyyin? Yes, Isha.
Does it mean the seal of prophets?
Seal of all the prophets. What does it mean? What's a seal? Dabir, do you know what it means?
It's like a chain, and there's a start to the beginning.
No, a seal is the end, yeah. Seal is the end of all the prophets. So the end of all the prophets that are going to bring us a new religion. That's what Khatamun Nabiyyin. What do we know about the last day? We learned about that we believe in the last day. What is the last day? Yes, Naveed.
The last day is the day of judgment.
The day of judgment. What happens on the day of judgment? Fareed.
Allah decides if you're going to hell or heaven.
Okay, and how does Allah decide that? Amdul?
He looks at all the good things you've done and all the bad things you've done.
Okay, yeah. But we don't know which things Allah will forgive of the bad things we have done. We have to try really, really hard to only do good things, so there won't be anything bad for Allah to forgive. But when we do make mistakes while we're still alive, we ask for Allah's forgiveness. We say astaghfar. Allah, please forgive us for things we've done wrong. But then on the day of judgment, Allah will decide, as you said, to who has done more good things and who has done bad things. Okay?
जी शाज़िबा जी emails आज
Yes, we've got a few emails that have come. This is from Aruj Shazib and Jahanzib Tanvir from Germany. And it's Aruj that writes, and he said, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam, Aruj. I watch Kids Time along with my two younger brothers, Shazib and Jahanzib Tanvir, and we like your programme very much, and we would like to participate in Kids Time when we visit the UK. So this is somebody that wants to join in the programme. And the second one is from Maruk Sufter, and she says, I'm Maruk, I love this programme, but I can't join you because I'm in Canada right now, but I watch your programme and I always really enjoy it. That's another one that's enjoying our programme. And Farhan from Inner Park, and he says he would like to join our programme as well. And we have Marush Khan and Mohid Khan, who are only 5 and 3 years old, that are watching our programme, and they've said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Assalamu alaikum, dear Kids Time. We love to watch the show and enjoy making the arts and craft projects. May Allah reward us for our efforts. So we're pleased to see that the viewers all over the world are enjoying our programme as well.
जी, इसके अलावा हमें उर्वा ने ईमेल भेजी है और उसने कहा है कि उसको जो है अमामा अहमद ने ईमेल भेजी है और उसने कहा कि उसको हमारा ये प्रोग्राम बहुत शौक़ से देखती है और इसके अलावा उसका भाई जाजिब भी बहुत शौक़ से देखता है। इसके अलावा हमें मदीहा रऊफ़ ने ईमेल भेजी है और उसने कहा है कि उसे हमारा ये प्रोग्राम बहुत पसंद है। जज़ाकल्लाह आप सबका, आप लोग हमें ईमेल भेजते हैं और अपना फ़ीडबैक देते हैं। वो सारे बच्चे जो हमें MTA पर देख रहे हैं वो हमें ईमेल कर सकते हैं, हमें ख़त लिख सकते हैं। हमारा ईमेल एड्रेस है kidstime@mta.tv और हमारा पोस्टल एड्रेस है MTA International 181 लंदन रोड, मॉडर्न सरे। पोस्ट कोड है SM45PT। इसके अलावा आप ये प्रोग्राम YouTube के ऊपर भी देख सकते हैं। आप टाइप कीजिए MTA ऑनलाइन 1 किड्स टाइम। अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा। अगले हफ्ते एक नए प्रोग्राम के साथ हाजिर होंगे। तब तक के लिए अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
Wa alaikum assalam
wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.